So, of course, as usual, there's a lot going on. Um, but it's time to ask and answer a question of who is an American? And we come to this question here in July of 2026 um, because we just had the Supreme Court's case come down, Trump versus Barbara, which protected birthright citizenship and made it a constitutional fact of our existence. And also, too, we have a time which we have the mayor of New York, Zoran Mamdani, talking about the experience of people coming to America for a better life, come from all different religions, all different groups, and they came here and lived together in peace and made life better for themselves and their children and their friends, family, and communities. And then, of course, we've got Trump with his various declarations about blood and soil, and of course, the you have the same echo chamber that is with the post-liberals, which is on the hard right, as they call it, the Heritage Foundation people, saying that Americans are blood and soil, and what we have is because of that purpose, that reason, that reality. So I disagree with them. I want to read something that Ronald Reagan said on January 19th, 1989, and this is from his Reagan Foundation. Quote, since this is the last speech that I will give as president, I think it's fitting to leave one final thought and observation about a country which I love. It was stated best in a letter I received not long ago. A man wrote me and said, quote, you can go to live in France, but you cannot become a Frenchman. You can go to live in Germany or Turkey or Japan, but you cannot become a German, a Turk, or a Japanese. But anyone from any corner of the earth can come to live in America and become an American. End of quote. I believe that's correct. G.K. Chesterton, in 1922, his book was What I Saw in America. He said that America is the only nation in the world founded on a creed. And I believe that if you accept that creed, the American creed, you are an American. And so that fits you into this nation, which is unlike any other nation in history, because other nations in history have been based on blood, ethnicity, religion, and indeed, the term nation that Chesterton uses is a term that, by the time of our founders, the natural law jurists and thinkers were saying that nation included everybody who lived in the geographic area controlled by a government, or in other words, all the inhabitants of a country. So, nation lost its genetic aspect, its familial aspect, and became people who were bound together as friends and neighbors in this country on a piece of real estate, a piece of geography. So, what ties us together as Americans and makes us Americans is the American creed. Now, I looked at a number of things, I've given this some thought, and I think the best elements of the creed are contained in the Declaration of Independence. I believe that Chesterton said the same thing. I went over the Declaration of Independence in the last show, and I explained the different parts of it, where you have basically the four principles: the primacy of the person, the existence of a community of nations, that we are a part of, the importance of the rule of law and peace. That's all within the Declaration of Independence. And basically, what you have in the Declaration of Independence is the basic and proper organization of societies, not just domestically but internationally, so that there could be peace, and that is to the benefit of the person. So, what are the elements of the American creed? It's the Declaration of Independence. Perhaps uh, most clearly, but not exclusive of other parts of the Declaration, is the second major paragraph. It says that we hold these truths to be self evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, and among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. That to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men, deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed. That whenever any form of government becomes destructive of these ends, it is the right of the people to alter or to abolish it, and to institute new government, laying its foundation on such principles and organizing its powers in such form as to them shall seem most likely to affect their safety and happiness. Um, that is the essence of the American Creed. From that, what do we get? We get these ideas that the person has dignity, the government exists for the purpose, the benefit of all persons in that society. Um, we're all equal, and there's no aristocracy, and no one race or group is better than another, but we are all equal. We're all equal as persons. We're made by the same creator. We have the same end. We have the same nature. We have the same needs. So we're all due justice, liberty, allowed to pursue happiness, have good government, which is essential to achieving these ends. And I think that these are the key things that you draw from the Declaration, particularly that part I just read. The four freedoms that FDR spoke about, freedom from fear, freedom from want, freedom for speech, freedom for conscience, that he gave in his State of the Union in 1941, a brilliant speech. That's the natural law that comes out of the Declaration of Independence. And that is who an American is. We're not an ethnic group. We're not a religious group. There are a lot of different religions, a lot of different ethnicities, and we focus on the person. And so all these things, government, you know, religion, ethnicity, all these things, culture has got to help the person to achieve their perfection, to achieve what they need to achieve. And so I think that that's what an American is. An American is somebody who holds to the American Creed. The American Creed is in the Declaration of Independence. Thank you.